Assalamualaikum and good morning, everyone. How everyone today? I hope everyone is doing well. Today, we will be discussing the issue of cancel culture and freedom of speech. This is an important topic for us because it involves two things that often clash with each other, which are holding people accountable and protecting their right to speak. For today's meeting, we will review the proposed solution, analyze them critically, decide on the best approach, and last but not least, we will divide the follow-up task. Since everyone is already here, let's begin our first agenda. Afiq, could you start with the first proposed solution?
Sure, Akmal. I'll begin with solution number one, digital due process framework. The main idea of this solution is to create a fairer process before someone is judged online. Instead of allowing people to attack or cancel someone immediately, this framework uses AI to check the context, evidence, and seriousness of the issue first. In simple terms, it helps prevent online judgment from becoming too emotional or one-sided. Ikmal, maybe you can continue with the second solution since it is also focuses on controlling emotional reactions online.
Yes, that links quite well. For solution 2, algorithmic cooling of mediator, the focus is on slowing down heated conversations before they become harmful. This system uses sentiment analysis to detect aggressive or emotional language. If the discussion becomes too intense, the system creates a short pause before users can pause. The purpose is not to silence users, but to give them a moment to rethink what they are about to say. Danish, your solution also deals with slowing people down, but from the sharing side, right?
Exactly. For solution number three, which is friction-based sharing system, it focuses on how fast people share controversial content. For example, before someone shares a sensitive or controversial post, the system can show a warning or add a short delay. This is useful because many online issues become worse when people share first without checking the facts. So, this solution encourage users to pause and think before spreading something further. Azim, I think your solution connects well here because it deals with users who repeatedly spread harmful content.
Yes, that's right. My part is solution 4, credibility-based penalty system. This system focuses on repeat offenders. If a user keeps spreading false accusation or misleading information, their reach or visibility will be reduced. So the person is not immediately banned, but their ability to influence others become limited if they keep behaving irresponsibly. Akmal, maybe you can wrap up the review with the final solution.
All right. For the final one, with each solution 5, verify accountability panel. Basically, the solution involves a group of neutral reviewer who examine viral controversy and provide factual summary among them. Unlike the earlier solution provided that rely more on automation or AI, this one brings in human judgment. First of all, the aim is to make sure serious cases are reviewed with proper context, fairness, and balance. So, we now have 5 possible solutions. Let's move on to the second agenda, where we can analyze their strength, weakness, and possible risks. First of all, I will start with the solution 1. Its main strength is that it creates a more structured and fair process. First of all, since AI is involved, it also has the potential to handle many cases. One, however, the weakness is that the technical implementation is still not very clear. Another concern is bias. We know if the AI is trained on biased data, the system may produce unfair outcome. Afiq, since you explained solution number 2, what's your take on its feasibility?
So for solution number two, I think the biggest strength is that it is realistic to build because sentiment analysis tools already exist. It can help reduce aggressive comments before they cause bigger problems. But the issue is accuracy. Online language is complicated. People use sarcasm, jokes, slang, and mixed languages. The system may wrongly detect those as aggression. If that happens too often, user might feel like the platform is controlling their speech too much. Ikmal, how do you see solution number 3 from a practical angle?
For solution 3, I would say it is one of the most practical options. It is low cost, simply to say, and directly targets the problem of viral sharing. But, of course, it is not perfect. Users can still bypass the system by taking screenshots or reposting the content elsewhere. So it may not fully stop misinformation, but it can slow it down, and that already give the platform more time to respond. Danish, since solution 4 is more about long-term user behavior, what are the main concerns there?
For solution 4, the strength is that it targets repeated harmful behavior instead of punishing someone for one mistake. That makes it more reasonable. The challenge is fact checking. The system needs to know whether the information is actually false before reducing someone's reach. If the fact checking is slow or inaccurate, users may be treated unfairly. There is also a concern that people may view it as a social credit system, which can raise questions about privacy and fairness. Azim, what about solution number 5? Do you think the human panel is practical?
Honestly, Solution 5 has a strong advantage because it brings human judgment into the process. Human reviewers can understand context, tone, intention, and cultural meaning better than AI in some cases. But the biggest issue is speed. Online controversies spread very fast, so if the panel takes too long to review a case, the damage may already be done. And it also needs a lot of manpower. And there is still a risk of bias depending on who gets selected as reviewers. That's my take.
Okay, that's a fair point. So, from our analysis, we can see that every solution has value, but not all of them are equally practical or scalable. So, based on everything we discussed, I suggest that we combine solution 1, which is digital due process framework, solution number 3, and then solution number 4. The reason is simple. Solution 1 give us proper due process, while solution 2 slows down the spread of controversial content, and the solution 4 deals with users who repeatedly spread false information. Together, these three solutions cover the issue from different angles. Afiq, do you think this combination is strong enough?
Yes, I think it is a strong combination. Solution 1 is important because people should not be judged online without proper review. But at the same time, online content spreads very quickly. So solution number 3 helps reduce the pressure on the system by slowing down sharing. So I agree that combining both with solution number 4 makes the framework more complete.
I'm with Afiq on that. I also think this combination is more realistic than using solution 5 as the main approach. A human panel may sound fair, but it would be difficult to scale for a large online platform. With this combination, we still have fairness, but the system can operate faster and manage more cases.
I agree as well. What I like about this approach is that it does not immediately jump to banning or deleting content. That is important because if we are too aggressive, people may accuse the platform of censorship. Instead, we are guiding users to be more responsible. We slow down sharing, check the context, and only reduce reach when someone repeatedly spreads false information.
Yeah, I think that is the strongest part of this decision. It is not too soft, but it is also not too harsh. It gives users room to speak, but it also reminds them that of speech comes with responsibility. And I also think we made the right choice by not by not prioritizing solution number two. Even though it sounds useful, it may create too many false positives, especially on sarcasm, slang, or casual online language. So the combination of solution number one, two, and four feels more balanced and mature.
Okay, thank you, Azim. That sounds like we are all aligned. So, based on our discussion, our final decision is to combine solution number one, which is this digital due process framework, solution three, which is friction-based sharing system, and solution four, which are credibility-based penalty system. Now that the decision is settled, let's move on to the final agenda and divide the follow-up task. Okay, I think for the follow-up action, let's make sure each person has a clear responsibility. Okay, Afiq, can you take the UI UX part for the sharing friction feature?
Yes, I think I can handle that. I will design the warning message and delay interface for solution number three. So I will make sure it is clear enough to make users pause, but also not too annoying or disruptive.
Okay, thank you, Afiq. I hope you can handle that part. Danish, can you work on the credibility penalty structure? I think you are more comfortable with that responsibility.
Sure. I'll draft the criteria for the credibility-based penalty system, especially how repeated false accusations should affect user reach. I'll also make sure the penalty process is fair and transparent.
Okay, thank you, Danish. Okay, then for the next member, Azim. For this project, can you prepare the integrated project timeline? So we can prepare our project with in the time schedule.
Yes, I will handle that. And I will finalize the project timeline by the end of this week and make sure the timeline shows how the three selected solutions connect with each other.
Okay, thank you, everyone. Okay, I think for my part, I will work more on the workflow logic for the digital due process framework, especially when the process from detection need to review and have a final action. Ikmal, can you manage the recording and submission?
Yes, I will take care of the meeting recording, upload it to YouTube as unlisted, and submit it to UKM Folio according to the view given by the lecturer.
Okay, thank you everyone for a great discussion. I think we had great outcome from our discussion. And I am very happy as the chairperson. We can have a great summarization and we can agree to all of our group members' idea and the discussion. So for the summarize, from this discussion, we have chosen a combined solution that balance accountability and freedom of speech. As all of you said, instead of depending on online mob reaction or immediate punishment, our approach and offer solution is focused on more to due process, responsible sharing, and long-term behavior correction. So basically from our final decision that we chose, as everyone agree, first of all, we will combine solution number one, which is digital due process framework. Solution number three, friction-based sharing system. And last but not least, solution number four, credibility-based penalty system. Right? Everyone agree with this discussion today? Can you answer?
Definitely.
All right, great. Okay. Since there are no further comments, we will end meeting here. Well done, everyone. The meeting is adjourned.
Thank you, Akmal.
Right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you all.